Alright, are you a restaurant or a bar owner looking for some out-of-the-box advertising ideas and tips? You're in the right place. Let's get rolling and dive right into the 10 most effective advertising tips for your restaurant or your bar. Alright, welcome back. My name is Arun Varma and we are vidlovin.com. We've worked with hundreds of restaurants and bars like yours and successfully supercharged and skyrocketed their earnings through the power of video. Video gives you a huge visibility online, and that's what we're all about. So click on the link below and learn more, or just schedule an appointment with us and we would be happy to reach out to you and we'll see how we can help you. Now let's go back. We're talking about advertising tips for your restaurant or your bar. All right. So just to start with, advertising can be broadly divided into brand advertising or direct response advertising. Brand advertising basically stands for promoting your brand, which is basically without any particular outcome that you're expecting. It's like Coca-Cola, it's everywhere. It just stands for your brand identity, your brand characteristics, without really asking for anything in return. It just builds up some sort of a brand equity within the potential customer's mind. Now let's talk about direct response advertising. Direct response advertising, on the other hand, is something that is more specific to a goal. So you're running a campaign with a very specific goal in mind. So it could be you're looking at more walk-ins in your restaurant, you're setting your buffet for your lunch, or you're setting some sort of specific menu or dish on your menu. It could be anything, but you have a specific goal, and it's strongly recommended that you run one campaign for one goal. Now, coming back to advertising tips or advertising ideas for restaurant, before we get into that, let's talk about some of the basic stuff that you should have kept ready before you even start thinking of advertising actively. Okay, so let me get into that first. This is the basic setup that you need even before you start advertising, because otherwise your advertising will not be that effective. Okay, and we're talking from the experience of working with hundreds of restaurants. We help to supercharge their business, and that's what we're all about with vidlovin.com. Before you even think of actively advertising your business or your restaurant, you got to have, number one, you got to have an aesthetically built, high quality, functional website. Number one. Number two, you have to be actively optimizing your website for search engines, which make sure that you have better visibility online, and videos are a fantastic way to do that. If you want to learn more about how we can help you with that, click on the link below. It's vidlovin.com. Number three, make sure that you have a strong presence on multiple social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You choose the channel, but ensure that you have a creative presence there. You're actively pursuing users there, so that they're able to follow you and they're able to learn more about what you're all about, what your brand is all about. Number four, CRM or customer relationship management. Make sure that you have some way to capture the email addresses. Emails are the best ways to contact people. Make sure that you have a system in place to capture these email addresses, whether it's by getting them to put in their business cards, or capturing the email addresses if they reserve online or reserve your tables online. It could be any way, but make sure that you have the email addresses captured. So this is very, very critical to retain new walk-ins, so that you have a better lifetime value from these customers. And number five, extremely critical, make sure that you follow and fix reviews online. So customers leave reviews everywhere, and reviews are a major reason why a customer chooses a particular business. In fact, 90% of the customer says we go with reviews online. So it could be Yelp.com, it could be Yahoo search listings, it could be Google Business, it could be City Search. There are multiple platforms out there, but there has to be a system in place for you to track these reviews and fix anything that is not working for you. So These are the 5 points. Make sure that you have this in place before you even start thinking of advertising. Alright, now let's get into the fun stuff, some advertising and promotional ideas for your restaurant. Number 1, I call this the foot in the door technique. The rest of the world call it coupons, okay? Coupons, if used well, can be a very, very effective technique to get new customers rolling into your business, all right? The best strategy is to have multiple coupon codes, one for each channel. So let's say you have a coupon code for Facebook, for your advertising campaign on Facebook, your advertising campaign on Twitter, your advertising campaign on Yelp. You can have multiple coupon codes so that when these coupon codes are finally redeemed in your business, you get to track and quantify how well these campaigns are doing, how well these advertising. See, advertising is important, but what's more important is to track the effectiveness of these campaigns. So when you actually put out these coupons, you also have to track it back and say which one of these is working best for you, so you can maximize and double down on your investments on these platforms. All right, number 2. So before we get into point number 2, like I said, you need to have a very strong presence on Facebook, and it makes a lot of sense to actually put some money up front, to invest some money in some campaigns, to actually get some followers for you, so to get some likes on your page, so that you have a captured audience. These are your fans. They want to follow you. They want to see what's happening at your restaurant. How they're looking for opportunities to engage with your brand. So one of the ways you can actually engage with them is ideas like, let's say, for example, weekly recipes. Okay, let's say you're an Italian restaurant, and it would be a great idea to actually send all your followers and fans a weekly recipe which they can try at home. It need not be your signature dish, it could be any recipe related to your brand. It's a great way to engage your users. This is some sort of a value add which they feel thankful for, and a reason, and could become a reason for them to actually walk back into your restaurant. Alright, number 3. One of the most effective ways to engage and motivate your followers is to have a contest. It could be a photo sharing contest, or some sort of a content sharing contest, and finally at the end of which you declare a winner. It's a great way to actually put these contests out there and get them to engage more. It in turn make the winner feel special. So probably create an opportunity for the winner to actually walk into your restaurant, take some pictures with the chef or the staff. Give them that VIP treatment. It doesn't cost you a thing, right? So maybe give them a free lunch. Any sort of reward it will be greatly appreciated. And in turn, what happens is the winner actually shares that on his social network, and hopefully, and very, very likely, that they have more potential customers who they share with, and they get to learn about your brand better. So a great way is to have a contest followed by a winner, a fan of the week or a fan of the month who gets to walk into your restaurant, feel all princely, get the VIP treatment, and create some buzz for you. All right, number 4. Do you know what's the most commonly shared content type or the content format? These are quizzes. Yeah, the kind of quizzes that you see on, let's say, BuzzFeed.com and stuff like that. These are incredibly powerful tools to actually get your fans to engage with you. So let me give you some ideas here. Let's say you're a Mexican restaurant, and you could run a quiz which says, how familiar are you with the Mexican slang? Okay, go crazy. It could be anything. It's not about, don't read too much into what it's all about, but make sure that it relates to your brand. It relates to what you stand for, to your cuisine. If you're an international restaurant, if you have an international cuisine, that is. So have these quizzes running as part of an advertising campaign. Get people to have some sort of result. Give some titles to the winners or to the people who score different. So let's say 0 to 5, 1 to 5, 2 to 5 of different scales. Give them some sort of a title, so it's encouraging for them to actually post it online on social media. So you get some viral buzz around it. That's a very, very effective way to actually market your brand and advertise your brand. And by the way, to make these quizzes very simple and to make it more effective, one of the tools that you can use is called outgrow.com, outgrow.com. Great tool, it's very easy to create quizzes using Outgrow. So just make it part of your campaign and throw it all around and get some buzz around it. Alright, so if you notice a trend around all the suggestions that I've given you, with regards to advertising, what we've seen, and this is with experience, we've worked with multiple restaurants, we've worked with hundreds of restaurants in making their outreach campaign better, using video, the power of video. And what we've seen is that the less salesy you are, the more effective the campaign is. So instead of just saying, hey, we have burgers and pizzas, walk in and eat with us, just don't talk about sales, don't talk about what you've got to offer. Instead, be more light about it. Talk about, think about what your message is, think about what your brand stands for. So but at the same time, link it to some sort of an objective, but don't be direct and salesy about it, is what I want to say. So one of the ways you can do that, and this is my point number 5, is to talk about fun facts. Have a campaign around the story around your brand. How was the business conceived? What is the story behind restaurants? What is the story behind the founders of the restaurant? What is that entrepreneurial story behind your restaurant? Maybe stories about your staff members, story about how you picked that location, or think of all those stories that can give that intimate touch with your audience. Talk about it and use the power of video to do that. And if you need help, please feel free to reach out to us at vidlovin.com. I'll be happy to share some experience with you and get you rolling there. So hopefully you found these different advertising tips for your restaurants useful, and if you did, please like this video, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel. We're putting out a lot of useful content for you to help you market your restaurant and bar much more effectively. And let us know how these tips worked for you in the comments below. And if you need help with anything to do with local marketing, restaurant marketing, using the power of video or using the power of SEO, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are always there to help you. Thank you, and speak to you soon. Ciao.